This is the last lecture or presentation. Let me introduce myself. Hi, I am Jirka, the founder of the Kotlin server squad and software engineer and Kotlin lover. And today I would like to give you my experience and take a little bit closer look about the highlight from KotlinConf. Maybe the first question, have you ever been in this KotlinConf? Somebody, please raise your hands. Okay, 1, 2. First of all, there is a table of content. I would like to share my trip. After, I would like to look into these highlights, and the last topic will be Q&A answer. My journey. Because today we heard a lot of very interesting topics. I think, and when I try to decide, okay, I would like to show you a little bit more easier or my experience a little bit more funny or easier and don't very hard topic. Yeah, and I would like to share my experience with my journey. So, have you ever been in Copenhagen? Somebody? 1, 2, 3 guys. Okay, nice. I have to say Copenhagen is a very beautiful city. If you like design, furniture, or house design and some this stuff, the Copenhagen is very. There is a lot of shops when you can find what you need, and they have a very nice architecture. Copenhagen is nearest with the ocean, sea, and yeah, I really love this city, and the travel was about 1.5 hours. By flight. So let's move on. Highlights. So the conference was for 3 days. For guys who bought the workshops, include me, it was for 3 days, and I bought a workshop called Reactive Spring with Coroutines. So the highlights. The highlights of this workshop was a different point of view. I think a lot of us know sometimes you try to learn something and you are struggling, or you try to figure out how does it work. About this workshop, the highlights, as I said, is you can ask the lecturer or the speaker for the specific questions, or you can realize how does it work from the different perspective, from the different point of view, and this is one of the best benefits, because okay, about the Reactive Spring Boot with coroutines, I work with this framework, and I know how does it work, but still it was very useful for me, because I can see the different point and what I learn. Feel free to ask, because a lot of people sometimes, and included me before 2 years ago, yeah, we are shy, we don't want to ask, or it's a bad question, or I don't want to ask, but I would like to know it, but no, I don't ask because I'm a little bit shy and I hesitated to ask, and oh no, I don't ask. And I learned this, it's only in our head, because if I have a feeling to know something more deeper, and I have the chance because I paid for it, and I have a chance to ask every time, if you will be on this place, ask, because the lecturer or the speaker is very happy if he can answer for your questions. And cooperate with speaker, because there were some exercises, and if you learn something or go or deep dive into this problem, you need to cooperate, because sometimes some people are struggling with the implementation, and it's okay. You just I don't know it, and just ask. Highlights from the conference. On this conference, there were about 2,000 people. The energy or the vibe was very interesting. It was the first time I have been on this big conference, and it was amazing. One word, amazing, and I love it. And I'm 100% sure the next year I will definitely go there again. So, because I'm a backend developer, and I think a lot of us are backend developers, there were 5 stages, but a lot of stages or a lot of topics were focused on Kotlin multi-platform, because Kotlin multi-platform is one of the best or one of the best framework with JetBrains actually working on. But still, there were a lot of topics which you can choose for us, for backend developers. And one of the best from this topics or lectures was how Kotlin became a game changer for our business, where we can use Flow, Kotlin coroutines Flow. And there is a model about their business requirements. You can imagine, or the guy, Urs, try to describe their business requirement. You can imagine you have they work for telco, and they have a business requirement where they need to somehow to join all these providers, because you can imagine if you have a telco providers, there are a lot of routing tables, and all of these routing tables you have to somehow to have updated, and they become we would like to use middleware messaging between these layers, but still they use some integration patterns, so something like CQRS and messaging, and but they found some not exactly bugs, but some problems and some issues with which you need to handle it, and then the Flow becomes as a game changer, because there's the magic, because they use Kotlin coroutines flows with server-sent events. And what does it mean? They use these server-sent events, replace the middleware messaging, use these flows, because Kotlin coroutine flows is some kind of unlimited stream. It's called stream, and they prepare this stream to push all of these events into the stream, and every provider which want to subscribe the new events can through the server-sent events subscribe this flow. It's much more difficult. I just want to show you how does it work if you have the creative thinking, and I'm very glad I can meet this guy, because it's very interesting how you can resolve problems in the different way when you use a different patterns or different, for example, integration patterns and something like that. Another interesting topic was about the Expose library. Somebody familiar with Expose library? Okay, it's a library for the database. It's based on JDBC, and you can use it with I think, with Spring Boot and with a lot of frameworks. But because Ktor is a part of JetBrains, you can use with Ktor too. But what was very interesting, what is very interesting, they are working on R2DBC, R2DBC driver. And from my point of view, it's a big, huge benefit if you are working with, for example, Ktor, because Ktor has coroutines native. That means asynchronous and parallel programming you have in this framework. And if you have the chance to use exposed with the R2DBC driver, I think it will be very good benefit how you can work with a database much more faster, much more better. And because I'm talking about coroutines, there were another topic which was focused on the debugging, and Nikita Nazarov tried to explain how you can debugging your coroutines, because I think a lot of you who are using coroutines has problems with debugging, because debugging coroutines is not very easy, and you can struggling with that, with this debugging. And Nikita Nazarov tried to show us how you can debugging the coroutine much more easier and much more much more easier. Another, from my point of view, another interesting topic was channels in coroutines, where this is the life cycle. How does it work? It's the guy the speaker who tried to explain us, show us this picture. It's a little bit messy, but channels are very good unlimited stream too, and they try to explain. There was an explanation of this implementation of coroutines, and I think sometimes it's good to look under the hood and look how does it work, because you can realize, okay, I can do it something better in my code, and I can learn something new. And I think this is the last one, is managing complexity with Ktor. Gart Glimmer is a it's a very funny guy, and he tried to show us how easily is used Ktor in the production environment. And that's it about the highlights and the summary. I would like to tell you as I said, this is the first time in my big conference. It was amazing. The vibe and the feel from this conference. It was I love it. A lot of interesting topics. I think I think everyone can find something interesting. A lot of interesting people, and at the end of the end, a lot of new ideas. I realized how I can improve our community. I realized what we can do better. For example, what we can focus more deep or something like that, and it's very, very useful. So, feedback and question and answers. I would like to start with feedback. Because we would like to improve our community, and we would like to be more better. We would like to be more bigger, and more bigger and better. I would like to ask you if you would like to share some interests, or if you are struggling with some topics, or if you have some ideas and recommendations. There is a paper and pencils. We would like to very appreciate it for your feedback. And workshops. I think we when we had a second meetup, there were we tried to ask if you are interested about some workshops, and we get the feedbacks from you, and we decide we would like to start. We are preparing some workshops for you, and we would like to start this year. And that's it.